And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is nervous. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y, creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. All right, everyone, Valentine's Day is coming up, so be sure to get your present for that special someone who you love, whether it be a boy or a girl. We love, and we need to get presents for these people. I've already sent my wife presents that she needs to get me for Valentine's Day, and she sent me ones from her stuff. So, if it is that time of year for you, and you want a Murdy Creative Co. product, be sure to send it to the people you like the most, because they just might get it for you. So I'm nervous. I'm occasionally nervous. I'm rarely nervous. Normally, I'm pretty confident that things are going to go well. I'm not that worried as a general rule, but this January has me very nervous. As I have mentioned in the previous podcasts with the Rugged launch and everything like that, we've had a pretty rough start to the year, financially speaking. And a big part of that was because we were financially while doing the biggest sales of the company's history in November and December, we were actually not being profitable with those sales. So we were starting to run ourselves off a cliff in a very big way. So we started off the year in a pretty rough place, and I kept thinking to myself, it's got to get better, it's got to get better, it's got to get better. And here we are, and it's not better. But January's not over yet, so there's still hope. Hopefully Valentine's Day brings us some joy and brings things back up to a little bit better place. With everything that's been going on, I have been more intentionally looking for ways to generate better conversion rates on our website. Ever since the Rugged launch went out, and ever since we went through the price increase, which happened at the same time, we've had abysmal conversion rates. Now, the thing is, it's too few data points to be considered statistically significant. It's only a handful of days, and anything could affect a handful of days, right? So it's too few information, too few data points to be statistically significant. That being said, it's very coincidental, and I don't like that. So I have been working very diligently over the past couple of days on a new report that I've been producing. It's actually 39 pages long, and it's a very in-depth analysis down to the SKU level of our sales of the last 7 months to better understand what's selling and why and how. And it's been fascinating. It's been very fascinating. 44.5% of our best-selling products, of the top-selling SKUs, are espresso. So the fact that we've been out of espresso for the last couple of weeks is probably a big part of why we've had such poor sales. Now, that being said, I'm not happy about that, and we've got to get our supply chain problems figured out, and we've got to get our tannery to give us answers to our questions right away, because we've been struggling at this point to get our tannery to get us the leather we need when they say they're going to get it to us, which is probably a single source supplier problem. So the logical choice would be to diversify where we get our leather from, and there's a couple of tanneries in Milwaukee, not just the one we use, and I think it's time for me to evaluate perhaps sourcing espresso in part from that other tannery as long as they can match the quality. And, the goal would be to make it so that those two hides from the different tanneries are indistinguishable from each other, which I think is possible, all things considered. That being said, that's not a problem. That's not a thing I can solve right now. So that's more of a next couple of months. And so the question came into the play was what can we do to solve the conversion issue right now, right this instant? And at about 11:30 last night, I was like, oh, we should bring chat back, which is always a bit of a thing. We had a chat box on our website when we were on Wix for a while. The problem with the chat, like instant chat, so live chat, so that means that you can click on the button on the bottom corner of our website and chat with a real person. The problem with live chat, as you might imagine, is it requires someone to be available to talk all the time. Now, for the most part, that's possible. It's just getting it coordinated with all of the people that would be monitoring the chat to play out nicely. But my hope is, and I think this might help, I mean, we've only had it live at this point now for a few hours, But my hope is that we will have the live chat functionality on the website will help us find areas that are pain points with the customers and fix them right away. So we end up dealing with what would normally turn into an email, or worse yet, people just abandoning the website without ever, asking us anything. I'm hoping that chat box allows people to say, can you tell me the difference between the slim cut and the wide cut? I don't understand. And we can explain it, and then hopefully they'll purchase. So I'm hoping that can help with conversions a little bit. And I think over time, it'll just improve. We'll just see things improve. And so the best you can do, and the only thing you can do at this point, is to hold fast and pray. So here we are. I've also got a couple of other additional things that I'm working on implementing, little things, more photographs, better videos, more content in that regard. I think pushing some more of our content might help and get people more inclined to buy, which is important. And we can't forget that there is macroeconomic effects in play at this point, right? We're dealing with a lot of uncertainty for a lot of people in financial ways. And so the challenge that I think a lot of people are facing is, do I buy myself something nice, or do I wait? And it's tricky. It's a really hard question. And I don't necessarily think there's going to be an easy or simple answer. So I'm trying not to be nervous. And I think that it's very common for business owners in this time of year to be very nervous, and rightly so. There's this perception, I think, from people that you come out of Christmas with all this money. And the answer is not really. You come out of Christmas ideally with some money. And if it's been a good Christmas and you got all your ducks in a row and you did all your pricing beforehand and you know all of the details about what you should be charging for products, it can be very good. But for a lot of companies, December and Christmas in general is functionally a time to just try to barely get caught up. And at least for us, it's always been. Every year we say, oh, Christmas will come, we'll get caught up, financially speaking, we'll get all our bills paid off, we'll go into the new year debt-free. And every year it's not happened. And I'm beginning to think there might be something to that. But realistically, what it has told me and what it has been a good lesson to learn is that we need to be profitable and focus on being good about that all year round. We can't just rely on a single season to save our butts. It's not going to work, and it puts way too many eggs in a basket that's not particularly sustainable. So long-term goals, I think, are for us to work on evening out and smoothing our sales variance, hopefully locking in better supply chain solutions so that we never run out of anything, especially not something that makes up 44.5% of our best-selling products. And by that, I mean, it's a huge, the top 20 products, I think, out of the top 20 selling products from a revenue perspective, I think 14 of them are espresso. Well, that's a big problem to have when 14 of the top selling products are espresso and you don't have any. So we need to work on solidifying our supply chain upstream so that we have multiple places to source this leather so that we do not deal with problems from a delivery perspective. Because we cannot be out. We just can't. At this point, we cannot be out for any period of time of espresso leather. Everything else we've actually been able to pretty consistently source, and particularly with things like our inserts, which were a challenge at the beginning of the pandemic to have sourcing problems. We have now diversified that so we can get those same inserts from 6 or 7 different places, which helps make sure that we don't run out. And our bars that have always been a tricky problem, we've now coordinated with the manufacturing company that we have make them for us, the machining company that we have make them for us. They have bought new equipment so that they can produce them in much higher quantities and much faster, right? So we have made conscious efforts to solidify our supply chain. And I think right now we're seeing that the weak point is the leather, and that is the most critical component. Because it puts out, when we run out of espresso, it puts an entire color out across the entire product line. It's not like we have, it's not like if we run out of medium bars, right? Well, we can't sell classic cuts and we can't sell metric cuts. We can sell all of our other stuff. But when you run out of espresso, that takes out an entire color for every product, which is a problem. Anyway, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that we will get this sorted out. I'm confident that this is a temporary blip, and I just have to keep my eyes on the prize and focus on saying this is temporary and we need to solve it. And we will work on the little things we can to improve our conversion in the meantime and deal with the problems and the reality that that's not always necessarily up to us. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in next Tuesday for our next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get notified right away. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, journal, folio, or anything else, please feel free to contact us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. There's also the chat functionality. So if you'd like to chat with us during business hours and the chat functionality is available, please feel free to do so. I will note that we have a way to manually shut off the chat box and make it disappear on the website. And from time to time, if we end up having situations where we're overwhelmed with questions, we may end up limiting some of that availability just specifically because we need to be able to provide good quality service. So that you can also contact us on Instagram and Facebook. It is not a very effective way to contact us, I will admit. It's just mostly because they're not nearly as monitored as frequently. We check in on those messages, those DMs, probably once every 2 days, once a day maybe. But email is by far the best way to get a hold of us. Sales, SALES at murdycreative.co. You also can text and call us. If you'd like to place an order over the phone and you're interested in doing that, you can call us or text us at 414-434-9001. We'd be happy to help. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. If you don't get a hold of us and you're calling us during that time, please feel free to leave us a voicemail. You can also do that after hours. We do read the voice, or listen to the voicemails, I should say, and we do respond to them. So leave us a voicemail if you've got questions, and we'll be happy to get back to you. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow. Both a review on the product, or on the podcast, I should say, with whatever app you're listening on, but also a review on the product. If you go to murdycreative.co/reviews, you can read all of our amazing reviews there. And if you want to leave us a review, you can click on a button there that says leave us a good review. It'll take you to facebook.com/murdycreative.co/reviews. You can write your wonderful review there. We love them. We read them. We post them on the wall. They're the best. If for whatever reason you'd leave us a bad review, there's another button there that says get directly in contact with us. Please, 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 before you leave us a bad review, give us an opportunity to make things right. It's important to me personally that everyone has a good experience with the company, and I want to do my best to help make that happen. So please, please give us an opportunity. We can do just about anything to help, and we really do want to help. So give us that opportunity before you leave us a bad review. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends. We are doing something new this time. We are doing double reward points for the next week. So this podcast is coming out Thursday. So by Thursday of next week, or of when you're listening to this, by the time you're listening to us, any purchase you make will be worth double the points. So that's rather than 5% back on any in-store purchase, you make 10% back on any in-store purchase as a purchase choice. And also, we are doubling the referral link. So if you refer a friend, rather than them getting $5 off their first purchase, they get $10 off their first purchase. So this is a perfect time for you to share this company with your friends and family via the referral link and get them to purchase. It is the best quality stuff you'll buy, and it really does last a lifetime. So if you're looking for that perfect gift, double points are going on right now. I don't know how long they're going to last, so definitely take advantage of that right away. If you're looking for multiple binders, journals, folios, gifts, anything we sell for any reason, we do have bulk discounts built right into the website, and we have our now customizer built into the website as well. So you can go to any product page you want. You can click on, except for we're still waiting on the composition and executive. Those are hopefully coming very shortly. But any other product page, you can go to the product page itself, click on add customization, and you can add logos. You can add your name engraving. You can do anything as far as customization on that binder or that journal or that folio. Then you click checkout, and then you can add as many of those to the cart as you want. And there's no minimum order quantity, so you can just get one if you want that's customized. But if you get a whole bunch of them, you do get bulk discounts, and it will automatically apply that bulk discount in the cart. So check that out. Be sure to take advantage of that. It really does help us. It helps you guys. If you got bulk orders of more than 15, there are longer lead times potentially. So please feel free to reach out to us if you want more specific details on what those lead times look like. And if you're going to order more than 100 items, please reach out to us because our bulk discounts change a little bit at that quantity. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day and goodbye.